What is up, guys? This is Linthio coming at you today with a brand new Solemn card. Now, yeah, it's been a little bit of a while since we had a Solemn card, or one that you could say that was a decent Solemn card, you know. It's kind of got a big thing going after Judgment and Warning, you know. Scolding didn't really take all that much. It got a little bit of fame, but wasn't anything in comparison to how Judgment and Warning were played. But now we have Solemn Notice. And Solemn Notice is a counter trap, and its effect reads as follows. When a monster would be special summoned, or a monster effect is activated, pay 1,500 life points to negate the special summon or activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So we can pretty much safely say this card's going to be very, very good, very, very sought after, and very much a secret rare. It was just released that it was like a super rare in the OCG, but we're not going to get that treatment, unfortunately, I highly doubt. So let's break down the card effects. When a monster would be special summoned, or when a monster effect is activated, so basically it's just crapping all over the monsters. So where Judgment would negate basically anything, and where Scolding would, you know, go with that. This just concentrates on monsters and how they interact with the opponent and your opponent's board and yourself. So paying 1,500 life points is actually the least amount that you actually pay with any of the Solemn cards. Warning, obviously 2,000. Judgment, half your life, even though that was subject to when you actually played it and how much life you had, and then Scolding was 3,000. You're paying like nothing. Like 1,500 is such a minimal amount in my opinion. You can play My Body as a Shield and get the same effect. Like, what is this? Being able to stop a special summon and being able to stop monster effects is pretty brutal. This card is just so good, and the reason why it's so good is because it doesn't have certain stipulations that other cards would. Scolding kind of came in, and obviously you could only play it if it was the only set in your back row, and you know, it was really not that useful for certain decks that kind of needed some form of protection like that. Like Judgment, when it was taken away, and Warning, now it's kind of really not played all that much, even though you see it in spatterings and falls in and out of favour depending on the formats. Notice, I think, is going to be played a lot. Notice is going to be one of the biggest Solemn cards to have come out, in my opinion, since Judgment and Warning. The fact that this game revolves around monster effects and how they are summoned. One of the best things about this is if you go up against a pendulum deck and they pendulum summon their pendulum monsters, you activate this, they get destroyed and they go to the grave because you're negating and destroying those monsters. That is one of the best things you can do basically against pendulum. That's why Warning is so good against them. Also, being able to negate the activation of a monster's effect is still pretty broken. Well, I wouldn't say broken, but it's still pretty goddamn good. Simply because it means you can stop those farm gods, you can stop those forerunners, you can stop those honest, you can do anything like that. It is a speed spell. 3 being a counter trap, so it is very versatile in the way that you're going to be using it. As I said, the cost of it is just measly. 1,500 life points is nothing in this day and age. Warning used to be kind of a big thing because when it first came out, it was a really good card, but 2,000 life points was a lot. And as the game's gone on, people have just kind of seen that they've got life points and it's not really that useful anymore. It's just kind of a tool to be abused. And it's not something that really is protected all that much anymore. There isn't the same mentality that we once had. Back in the day, if I took 1,000 damage, I was crapping myself. I mean, back in the day, because it was just so difficult to kind of stop all these big monsters. But now 1,500 life points is absolutely nothing, and the card is just so good. I will definitely be running this card. With the ratios, I'm not sure. It kind of depends on what you go up against, but monster effects, as I said, always going to be used and activated and utilized in the game. And decks, unless it's like Final Countdown or something like that, you know, monsters are going to be the central point of this game. That's why I kind of see it being a staple, because it's going to be one of those cards that's going to be sought after and very expensive. So I want to know what you guys think of Solemn Notice. Do you think it is going to be as good as I am saying and being played as much, or do you not think it's actually going to be played all that much? It's just a little bit of hype. So as I said, let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I should catch you guys later.